Hello, this is a video going over the daily math review for week 18, day 1, as well as our new material for today, which is solving quadratic equations by factoring. All right, let's start with number 1. Translate to an inequality. 4 more than twice n is at most 30. So this is an inequality. 4 more means we need to add 4 to something. 4 more than what? Twice n. Well, to show twice n, that means we multiply n by 2, and we want 4 more than that. Is at most. That means it can be no more than 30. It can be 30, but no more. Is at most 30 means less than or equal to 30. Number 2. Billy and Amy really want to play at the park, but Billy leaves their home before Amy and walks to the park at a rate of 4 feet per second. Amy leaves their home 90 seconds later and runs toward the park at a rate of 7 feet per second. After how many seconds will Amy catch Billy? Show the algebraic steps leading to your answer and round your answer to the nearest tenth of a second. Well, if Amy catches up to Billy, that means the distance that Billy and Amy travel must be the same. If she catches up to him, that means they traveled the same distance. Well, we know that distance equals rate times time. So Billy's rate times Billy's time has to be the same as Amy's rate times Amy's time. Now let's plug in what we know. We know that Billy travels at 4 feet per second. We do not know for how long. We know that Amy travels at 7 feet per second. And we don't know how long she travels, but we do know that she leaves 90 seconds later. If she leaves 90 seconds later, that means she has 90 fewer seconds than Billy to travel the distance. So it's Billy's time minus 90 seconds. Now we have an equation with just one unknown, Billy's time. We can solve for this. So let's solve for Billy's time. We distribute. We combine like terms. And we divide by -3. So I go to my calculator, and -630 divided by -3 is 210 seconds. We know that Billy traveled for 210 seconds, but we want to know after how many seconds will Amy catch Billy. So Amy's time is equal to Billy's time minus 90. So if we plug in Billy's time here and subtract 90 from it, 210 minus 90 is 120 seconds, 2 minutes. We got a nice whole number, so we don't need a round. It's just 120 seconds. Number 3, simplify completely. Okay, to simplify a square root, we want to ask if 99 is a perfect square. It is not, but we want to know, does it have any perfect square factors in it? Yes, 9 times 11 is 99. Now x to the 7th is not a perfect square because its exponent is odd, so we need to write this as x to the 6 times x. Y to the 8th is a perfect square, so we just leave it. Now let's go ahead and take any perfect squares. The square root of 9 is 3. The square root of x to the 6th is x to the 3rd. And the square root of y to the 8th is y to the 4th. So we have 11x remaining. And here we go, number 4, last one, simplify completely. I'll work on the left-hand fraction first. X to the 4th divided by x squared. I use the quotient rule and subtract their exponents. So that's 2x squared. And then I use the negative exponent rule to make this y to the positive 3rd in the denominator. I use the power of a product rule in the top. 2 squared is 4. X cubed squared is x to the 6th because we multiply when we raise an exponent to another exponent. Then we have y squared. X to the 0 is just 1. 4 times 1 is just 4. Now let's go ahead and combine the two fractions. So I'll go ahead and multiply 2 times 4 is 8. X squared times x to the 6th is x to the 8th because we add the exponents according to the product rule. And then we have 4y cubed here. Now we divide. 8 divided by 4 is 2. We have x to the 8th and y to the, when we divide two numbers with the same base, we subtract their exponents, that's -1. And finally, by the negative exponent rule, this would be y to the 1st in the denominator.